Welcome to Carolina Week Sports, and this is my extra Duke ticket. I could share it with Johnny O, but I don't feel like it. The ACC regular season title, a #1 seed in the ACC tournament, a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and above all else, bragging rights. Sports reporter Jessica Waltz has a preview of what's at stake this weekend for the men's basketball team.
The Tar Heels go into the weekend with 2 games left before March Madness. First, the Heels will take on Georgia Tech in their run to stay atop the conference standings. In their first meeting, the Heels ran away with a 77-61 victory. Thursday's game in Atlanta is important, but let's be honest. We are all thinking ahead to Sunday. The Dean Dome will house the sport's most heated rivalry, Carolina versus Duke. And after surviving one of the most hostile environments in the country, the Heels will now have the crowd on their side. In the last matchup, the Devils came out strong, but freshman Tywan Lawson proved to be too much to handle. Here, he turns a steal into 2 of his 15 points. Freshman Brandon Wright also dropped a team-high 19. Carolina still trailed most of the game, but down the stretch, a 12-man rotation simply wore down the Devils. Emotions are sure to be high in Sunday's game, especially for Rayshon Terry. The senior will play his final home game of his college career, and the Heels should look for Terry to set the tone. Carolina has struggled finishing close games, and to win, players must learn from their mistakes. The Heels are favored, but expect a celebration anyway, because this game isn't just about records, it's about pride. If you ask me, March Madness starts early this year. In Chapel Hill, I'm Jessica Waltz, Carolina Week Sports.
Senior year is the last chance to make a statement as a college athlete. Sports reporter Brittany Busian tells us about one senior Tar Heel who's making a splash in her final year at Carolina.
Filip says she can hardly count the number of hours a week she spends at the pool, but it's all been worth it. A senior member of the swimming and diving team, she's had quite an exciting few weeks. Just over a week ago, Laura and her women teammates became ACC champs.
It's been surreal. We haven't stopped celebrating it.
Laura is the only in-state member of the women's diving team, graduating from Durham School of the Arts in '03. She began diving late by most standards, but during her years at UNC, she worked her way up and became UNC's top-scoring diver at the women's ACCs.
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's what I've known all my whole life, and it's a lot of stuff, but the relationships, and it's really enhanced my college experience, I think.
The season is winding down in some respects, but it's in full throttle in others. NCAA qualifying begins tomorrow, where Laura hopes to get a shot at representing the Heels at the championships in Minneapolis next week.
My coach has said that I kind of have a chance, so that makes me nervous, but I'm not getting ahead of myself there.
For a senior athlete, the last contest will always be bittersweet.
To finish like this is unbelievable. I mean, you always hope that you could do it and win the championship, but like on Frank's last year and my last chance, it's really been incredible.
But Laura is a member of a distinguished and fortunate group of athletes. Athletes who will go out on top. In Chapel Hill, I'm Brittany Busian, Carolina Week Sports.
We've got some news. UNC is up 3-2 at the top of the 8th right now, and Mia Hamm was just elected to the Soccer Hall of Fame. She was named on 90% of the ballots.
And that's the baseball score, 3-2
Yep.
at the top of the 8th, and they're still undefeated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great, Brandon Curry, thanks.
Thanks, Brandon. Well, what do you think about when you think of salsa?
Chips, dip, and margaritas, maybe?
Don't you wish? When we come back, we'll show you a different type of salsa designed with babies in mind.